Yo, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am back at Woody's bike park down here in Cornwall, and I have been titivating with one of my favourite jumps down here. It's the biggest one we've got, biggest one over the hedge, and I've been rebuilding running. So I built a little long and low in, and I've rebuilt the lip. They're meant to be getting refit done right now, but there's been slight issues with the getting a digging crew here because they've been on another job that they need to get finished. But the digger was parked here when I got here the other day, and I may have commandeered it for an afternoon to build this, which was a plan. I was going to try and do it when they were here and just come down of an evening when they had left, but as it was sat here doing nothing, I jumped in the digger and did it myself. Annoyingly, I didn't bring the camera down when I did it, but I got a good chunk of it done the other day. Hopefully I should be able to test it tonight, but all I am looking at now is I need to try and get this bit lower, so I might try and get the digger back in, try and drop this down a bit so I get a bit more flat bottom for this main big step down. And then I got a whacker in. I've got a whacker in the car, so I'm going to try and get it all whacked in tight and nice, and hopefully I can ride it later, which would be lovely. It's a bit windy, but hopefully the wind will drop this afternoon and I can get some sending going on. But yeah, I'm going to jump straight back in the digger, try and level out this flat bottom. I'm not gonna lie, driving that digger up and down that bank is absolutely terrifying. I'm not the most competent of digger drivers. I've played them a bit, especially at my jumps, and like faffed around with them, but on stuff like that, it actually terrifies me. So I'm very tentative and very slow, but as long as the digger stays on its tracks, I don't mind being slower. But yeah, that's quite scary because it's like off camber. Just leaning that way, and it's on the bank, so the digger's just trying to fall over the whole time. Not enjoyable. But now I've got this a bit more loosened up, so I'm going to grab the rakes out, try and rake it up a bit now it's all loose and nice, and I can hopefully shape it up a bit. Alright, so I've got that raked up, it's looking a lot better. I'm going to run the whacker plate across it and see how it goes. I feel like I might need to get some water up here, an watering can, see how it goes with that, but I need a whack first and see how it goes. I think this is probably damp enough for it to whack. That lip, probably a bit dry. But Joe Rogan is helping me get through this week, or this day of digging. So yeah, let's whack this in. Alright, so it does whack in pretty good. I just need to do a better job of raking it so it's a lot smoother before I whack it. It's quite bouncy and lumpy now. So yeah, I'm going to run the rake back around it again, smooth it out a bit more, and then I'll whack it. I'm going to hand pack this. I'm going to hand pack that lip. I'm just going to do the flat sections with the whacker plate. I'm here on my Todd, so haven't got someone to help me like drag it up and drag it back down again. So it's definitely going to be a hand slapping job. Alright, so I managed to whack most of that in. Started shaping that lip a little bit. I found a bit of rope down there, so I'm going to try and drag the whack up and down this a bit, see if I can get that to pack in. But it's hard going when you're on your own. Oh, alright, let's have a go at whacking that in. See, that didn't work. I'm not strong enough, and that rope is way too narrow for me to actually get a good grip on it. And I don't think it's going to want to drive itself up forwards to come back down again. Alright, so I've done a bit more alterations. My GoPro battery kept being stupid, but that landing's looking a lot nicer. The running's looking better, and I've reshaped this lip a little bit more. I've filled in the belly a little bit. It was quite like a yeah, but now it's a little bit more smooth. I brought the downhill bike up and like rolled into it and it just didn't feel quite right, so I've filled in the belly a bit. But hopefully I can get this riding next week and give it some tests. But yeah, let's jump straight to that, because it's actually meant to be more going on in this video, but the other stuff that's meant to be happening can't happen now because I've got to leave, and the other person who's meant to be here at 1 o'clock and it's now 3 o'clock hasn't arrived yet. I won't say who that is, but you can probably guess who that is if you know me and know who I ride with normally and hang out with. So yeah, on ahead to next week, hopefully getting some laps in. Let's jump straight to that. So we're back. It is actually Tuesday, so I think it's 4 days since I was last here. But the best thing is, he's finally here. He's finally in the machine, and we're finally getting some maintenance done down here. And a few changes and tweaks, which is sick to finally happen. So yeah, Jasper is down in the digger, making a mess. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for this. Some new stuff to ride, everything's getting freshened up, everything's gonna get steepened back up again. All the lips are gonna get rebuilt. I'm gonna come down and do a bit of titivating with the hand tools while he's bulking most of it. That's something we have nothing to do for the day. So yeah, let's get a time lapse on the go of Jasper doing his magic. Let's do it. So not that much time has passed. This jump's pretty much done, and he's already working on the next turn and the turn after that. So yeah, he's making some moves, which is cool. It's amazing how much faster it works when you've got the tilt bucket on a good sized digger and someone who knows how to operate it. Like, I'm not the worst operator in the world, but I'm definitely nowhere near as good as Flashman. Just need a bit more time in the digger. But he's definitely the man for the job here. Yeah, sounds like he's going to be here for like over a month digging, so the whole place should get a good, at least bits of it should get a good little tickle up, and a few bits might stay the same, but the main features that need a freshen up will get touched, which would be cool. And then I'm hopefully going to try and come back, because I'm actually leaving for Darkfest in 2 days time. Well, you'll probably see this video the day I leave for Darkfest. Then hopefully we'll get some rain, everything will settle down on what I've built, and then I can test it. It's actually really windy again today, look, like really windy. There's no way in hell I'm going to test the jumps I've built, because it'll just be instant death. So I'm going to leave that for when I get back, and then hopefully they'll settle a bit more, be a bit faster, be a bit firmer, and it should be all good to go. Sick, so cool to finally get him back in the machine, get some adjustments done. So good. Right, let's get the time lapse going, watch him work his magic. This is the main thing we wanted to do here. This blue track is now becoming a dual, so we're going inside line and outside line on most of the section, going all the way down to that hedge, which is going to be sick. So you can race your mates, do some overtakes, do some undertakes, make it a little bit more fun and flowy, and just a little bit more enjoyable. Just options and fun to be had. Yeah, I wasn't going to do it by hand. I think anyone would do it by hand. So man in the digger is going to make light work of it. It's going to be sick. I can't wait for this section. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be dangerous and hectic and just pointlessly stupid. I've got to go. I'm gonna have to go home and pack for Darkfest as I leave on Thursday. But I'm gonna leave Jasper here doing it. He's here for, he reckons, about a month of digging, so it should be pretty epic when I come back after Darkfest, after like at least a week. Well, I'm away for 2 weeks, so 2 weeks of Jasper in a machine working his magic. It's gonna make a world of difference. I can't wait to show you guys that. But yeah, the next video you're gonna see of me is gonna be in South Africa at Darkfest. So yeah, catch you on that one. Well excited. Let's go.